Hello everyone. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. I'm trying to find some way of finding myself live. And I hope I can see, so that I can see your comments. Videos, no. Shorts, no. Live, no. Oh, let's see, live, public, maybe here. Manage videos, lives. Yeah, for some reason, I cannot see myself. I apologize. So I won't be able to see comments. Again, I'm sorry. Today we're going to do, I can't even see if you can see what, everything. I hope you can. Okay, so today we're going to do a Christmas, well, not Christmas, a Halloween tree. And I painted this, first of all, this is a piece of wood that I painted in white just to seal the wood, because when you are adding resin to this, the wood absorbs the resin, and we're trying to avoid that. So that helps a little bit. Now we're going to be doing the tree, and I've cut out just the shape of a tree. I'm not sure I'm going to be following it, but I'm just making markings here. And here, and this pencil does not write. I'm going to have to figure out this this problem, because I can't even see myself, and it's very frustrating. So I just cut out a simple triangle, and you can draw the lines if it makes you feel more. Oops, and that pencil really does not write. So we'll try again. And as I said, it does not have to be precise. And unfortunately, I've drawn my lines slightly more to the left than centered. Now, the other thing I did, and I have a video coming out on this, is I did a cast with these. So I'm going to use two of them, and I'm not sure which two to actually use as stems. I might even put some snakes, and I'm not quite sure which one yet, but a short one. I might have a snake climbing up, or I might cut it in pieces. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to paint this black, because we're adding black glass to here. And then on here, we're going to paint it a kind of purpley pink. It's going to be a mix of all these three. So let me start by painting the black. And let's get started. And of course, and this is just the cream art, the creamy acrylics by Pentart, and it does not have to be exact. In fact, it shouldn't be exact because it's supposed to be organic. So how is everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. I just want to cover up my lines as well. And we're going to be resining this. And we need to make sure that everything is dry before we resin. And the reason I'm painting this black is the glass will show through, especially if you're using clear, which I'm not, but it will show through. Not a clear black. And what I want is a clear black, because it is Halloween. And you can do this with any color glass you want. I'm going to dry this, and then we're going to decide on what color we're going to do the background. So let me just dry this. Typically, I would do 2 coats, but for today's purpose, being on a live, I'm just doing 1. And let's see, these are brand new, I haven't used them yet. So let's see what colors closest to pink. This one's okay, but not that great. This one is a metallic that I need to shake. The first one was Vivid Violet. I did shake it. Let me see what it looks like over Vivid Violet. Because I do have a red glass that I am going to use underneath. And I think that metallic needs more shaking. That metallic is called Berry. And this one is called, what is it called? Doesn't seem to have a name, but it should. Indoor, outdoor. It's for plastic, but I got it so that it would be more of a color. Okay, it's Purple Fizz. This one doesn't seem too bad. Let me try it with the Berry. Let me try all of these. shake this one up a little bit. Let's see this, because the glass I have that I'm going to be using at the bottom is more of a red. But I think, I apologize, my husband keeps calling. You should know that we have a live. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I know it's not the same red. I need a darker red. Maybe I might mix some with some black and it might work because it is darker. So I'm just going to pour some on here. Oops, I don't think I need that much. I think this is more than enough. And again, I'm going to paint the whole background so that the tree stands out. And if I go over some of the black, that's okay. It's going to be two colors anyway that I'm adding on. I just don't want to see any white. And I don't want to move my picture too much, my canvas too much, because I want to make sure that you're seeing everything. And you can paint the sides as well. I might have snakes going over them. So just moving this. If I need to reapply some of the black, that would be fine because I very quickly painted the black. But that's going to be our base. You can do an orange, you can do a purple, you can do a pink. Halloween seems to come in all different colors this year, but predominantly I'm seeing a lot of pink. Let me move this out of the way. And I'm going to do the sides pink for now. Adding a little bit more because I'm running out. And whilst the front is drying, I'm going to do the sides. Let me just put some more. Okay, that should be more than enough. And if you hear the noise outside, oopsie, that's my landscaper that wasn't supposed to come because we have no grass basically. It's been very dry. I'm located in Boston. I typically do lives on YouTube every Wednesday at 11 o'clock. And I'll try and adjust to make sure that you're seeing everything. And it's really hard when I can't see myself on YouTube. I know yesterday YouTube were having problems with uploading videos. And just doing the last side. And if I need to touch it up later, I will. Oops, I keep hitting the electrical wire that charges my phone. Just going to go over this a little bit more because I think the metallic does not have 100% coverage. Now you can also do this with foils. You can pick any color foil you want. Maybe we'll do that. Next week or okay, it's not perfect, but it will work. I'm going to dry this again. And once we're done with the painting, everything else is very easy. Let me take this whilst we're waiting. Okay, it's more or less dry, not 100%, but we'll go with that. And I hate opening these bottles. Removing the plastic is so annoying. So I'm just going to put some of the metallic, which I think will bring a different look. And what I've decided that I'm doing on the bottom for the trunk is to use either one or two tombstones that I just passed, and they're right here. Now I could have done this earlier, but I wanted you to see how I actually prepare my board or my canvas. We'll also be doing Christmas trees, but I'm waiting to find an old, very old board. Or I could maybe age this one if I don't find one. I do want this part really well covered, and here. And this is, I think I don't know if I'm going to put one or two. I think I'll just do one. I'm going to wait till this dries a little bit and actually start putting some glue. And I'm using Aleene's Clear Tacky Glue. And this is brand new because I can't find my old one. And before I do that though, let me just go over my black just a little bit. Just the edges. Cover up any of the white. There's a little bit of white here. Now, whilst we still have the paintbrush, and this is drying, I'm going to either put the bat on the top or a spider. I think a spider will work better, so what I'm going to do is just paint the spider with a little bit of color. I'm just removing the strings. I don't know what I got this off, but there are some strings and some. So I just want to paint this. And I'm using the metallic one. And just dry brushing, basically. This spider. But you can put anything on top. So that's going to be our spider. And it's going to sit at the top here. I dropped some water over here, so I'm just going to go over this. And actually, I don't mind that look. Maybe I should have done more. Let me dry this, get rid of the paint. I think that's all the painting we're probably going to do. And let me dry it so that I can put the glue on. doing some more painting. Let me just, so all I'm going to do right now is just place a bead of glue all around my tree, because I don't want my my glass to be flying all over the place. And as you can see, I'm not being very exact. And I'm going to glue this on. Don't forget there'll be resin on top. So it's best that I put this on now. And let's get the black. Now I don't remember where I got the black from. I'm trying to make out, it could be Michael's. But I'm going to pour it into here. And usually you'll find black glass at Michael's during Halloween. So I'm not being extra careful where I put this. I'm just putting it wherever I feel I need. And I'm just going to spread it out. And we'll probably need a little bit more. Yes, we do. Move this a little bit here. My tree looks crooked, and that's okay. I'm going to put my spider there. And on the tree itself, I'm just not sure whether I'm going to put these on. I've got 3 different colors. Maybe the purple. Let me see, I think I've got 3 purples. Yep. We're going to put some of these on, but maybe add a touch of gold to them. Actually, I don't even know if I want to put the big purples. I've got some of these. I think the purples are too big. I'll leave them for something else. We'll just use the same paint that we used earlier and just do, let's see how many we can fit. Yeah, I think these are more the size I want. And I might put, yeah, I think I like the bones as well. So we'll do both. I don't know if I'll put all of them, but let me see if, I'm just still adjusting, I'm still just adjusting my tree. And let's see, I'm using the same paintbrush, might as well, for the same color. And let's see how these colors work out. Yeah, I think it's best to have the same color. Yep. I should use the one with plastic for plastic. Let me see if I have some. And I like the black that just happened by accident. I don't know if the gray is going to work. I might be off camera whilst I was painting these. I apologize. Let's put this one at the top. And then this one here. This one here. Let's see how the gold works. Some bones. I don't know, I don't think I like this one. So I may not do the bones. I'm probably not going to do the gold. So no gold. And we've got these. I'm going to let these dry. And I want to pull out the snake. And I think that's probably enough bones. I don't know that I want them all facing the same direction. So I'm going to move them around. Just want to make sure everything is covered. It's a good thing I got this in plastic, this paint. And I might drop some black eyes. Oops. Into these, just like this accidental one happened. just trying to spread them out. And this is, let me get rid of them because we're going to get, great, because I'm going to get my resin. And there's my snake. I don't think I want that. Unless I do some pink over this, I don't think I'm going to add it on. But I did feel, well, let's add the glass down here because we can't have the tree floating. And the two color glass that I was thinking of doing, and let's see how they both work. This one is yes, I do like this. This is a reflective glass. It goes more with the overall coloring. This is pink, and you can see one side is mirror and the other one is pink. So that's what we're going to use here. Let me add a little bit more here. I have a lot of picking up to do. And I want them all flat. And I think I might want to go all the way. And I don't want to forget to add the black for the colored eyes. A little bit more. And I'll show you the other color of glass that I did get, which I'm not even going to bother trying. But I wish I had maybe some black glitter. A couple more. And we'll go on to resin. And I wish I had a camera close by. Let me see actually if this painted will work. Oops, I shook my... Let me see, I don't think, unless I put it over here, which might then work. I'm just adding some color to this. Maybe over here, yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll just add this one. Let me just paint it and let it dry. Just painting it like this. Okay, let's add a little bit more. I think over here would look good. Okay. I just want to get my tweezers to put the black glass inside the eyes. I hope these aren't too big. And let's see. That's too big. Okay, let's put one here. This might be too big. It is too big. I don't want to sit and sort through different these will be too big. This one is fine. And I'm going to add another one. Not too big. Maybe this one. No, just one more tiny one. No, this one does not work. Just move it. It has one inside anyway. Okay, the other color glass that I was going to use is this one, but I think the one we picked is going to be the right one. So I need a little bit more space here. I'm trying to see if I can add any more things. Nope. Maybe small bats actually. Let me see if I can cut off the ring parts. 3 of them would be good because we don't have any bats, and we'll put them directly on here. I'm just cutting off this bit. And maybe this one here and this one here. And the rule of 3s. And this one here. It should all be hanging. Well, I want this one hanging upside down. Okay. Let me get my gloves. And my epoxy resin. My cup. And I think this one will probably take 2 ounces. So I'm going to do 1 ounce of each. And I could have done this bit with UV resin, but I didn't. And I still can. Let me just get my resin. There's epoxy resin B. And this is so this one I'm going to put my gloves on always when you do resin, because if resin goes through your skin, it goes into your bloodstream. And let me just make sure that you can all see the bottom. And I'll move it up a little bit more so that you can all see. And the snake is going to go on here. So let's do an ounce. If I need more, I'll add more. And I want to measure it on here. This is B, and it doesn't really matter which one you do first. Make sure your hair is tied back and you have some sort of eyewear protection. Make sure you put gloves on. So this is B. And read your manufacturer's instructions as far as what their ratios are. Read their directions on how to do this. Now I need to make it up to 2. I think that might be a little bit too much. But I'm measuring. Sorry, I'm not talking. Okay. Just let me just also see how I can. No, I think right on here is the best. And we've just lost it. Okay, so I'm going to measure. I'm going to, not measure, I'm going to mix for 3 minutes. And I'm going to time myself. And when you're mixing, you make sure you get all the sides and the bottom, because whilst you're pouring, some of it could have gone on the sides, and you need to get those. So typically, if I was doing a regular video on this, what I would do is stop the video and continue stirring for 3 minutes so that you don't have to wait. But this is live and I can't do that. So please bear with me. I hope this was different for you and fun. I wanted to do something that was not your typical tree. I might do one for Halloween if I can find small turkeys, and I would need yellow glass and orange. Oh, I do. I can color them. If I don't have any, I can color them. So 1 minute has gone by. I know it feels like forever. And you need to measure, you need to stir slowly, which I'm not. On wood, you will still get bubbles because the wood, even though I sealed it, it's still a living, it still breathes, it expands, it contracts, so. Okay, 2 minutes, 1 minute left. And as soon as it becomes 12:24, I'm going to start. You can either use a kitchen torch or your heat gun to do the bubbles. Okay, it's 12:24. Or if you want bubbles to stay because it's a scary look, then you can keep them. I'm going to start by adding them on the tree, and I will be moving these so that I can add the resin, underneath it. Oops, I dropped a bit of a resin here. Sometimes I think I may need to add a little bit more here. I'm just trying to get it. And you can see the resin moving aside. So that's why I put it in the center, so that it can move to the sides. With the excess that the tree does not need. Now you can also glue these stones. And you can see the color of the stones, or the glass actually, it's not stones. Become brighter. I'm going to use this to put the bats, or I may not, because I'm going to move this actually. trying to make sure that I get these. And look at how bright they become. Now I might get some that may fall on the sides, some resin that is. Just be very careful. Now I'm just going to go over the pieces. Make sure they're resined. And I'm going to move these like this. The resin is not self-leveling. I'm just making sure that we have enough coverage everywhere. And what I need to be careful about is not having too much resin on one side. This will take probably 12 to 24 hours to cure, not fully, but to cure. And I'll just have to keep watching to make sure that nothing floats out like these pieces. So I'll be watching it every 15 minutes. And I will use, well, there's not much left, is there? Just put it on here. Oh, and the serpent. That's right. We need to make sure we get that. We almost forgot her. There's a couple of stones in there that actually 2 ounces was good enough. I'm going to just clean my hands a little bit. There's some resin floating over, and that's okay. I have a stick that I can use to bring back the pieces that flow. And I'll continue to watch it every 15 minutes for the first hour. So I hope you've enjoyed this. And I will be back next week with another fun project. Thank you so much for joining. Take care, everyone.